Ask the Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual, Dr. Michael P. Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. I've been hosting Ask the Doctor since April of 1993. I tell you folks, time flies when you're having fun. Started hosting this show from a small AM radio station in Ocala, Florida, and we branched the Ask the Doctor network. We're coast to coast via radio stations all over the country, and we're live video streaming all over the internet, and we're on a multitude of podcast channels as well. So who's Dr. Lange? I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm a certified nutritional specialist. I have degrees in psychology as well as physiological optics, and the founder of Fortifeye Vitamins, Lange Eye Care and Associates, and the Lange Eye Institute. And I'm here each and every Saturday morning to answer any and all questions regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic, because I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. And I'm the formulator and lead investigator for Fortifeye Vitamins. But as usual, not in the studio, but calling in is my co-host, Dr. Susan Summerton, who is also a board-certified optometric physician, a certified nutritional specialist, and she's a diplomat in nutrition and a fellow in nutrition. She's got all sorts of credentials to make her the nutritional eye care guru of the country. And she's on the team at the Lange Eye Institute, and she is also with Fortifeye Vitamins, and she helps me with a lot of the things that we develop. And we're going to talk about some new things that we're developing here in just a few minutes. But we got a great show. This is the last show of the year. 2024 went way too fast. Good morning, Dr. Summerton.
Good morning. Thank you for that introduction. And yes, I'm excited to join on the last show of 2024. And I'm sure everyone's with me on just how incredibly fast this year goes. And plus, we're excited. We're excited about 2025, thought about our New Year's resolutions, thought about our goals, what we want to accomplish. And health tends to be up there for pretty much everyone. So we're on board here. We really want to help everybody get a little healthier, whether it's baby steps or large steps. Progress is, as long as it's going in the right direction, we want to help people through that.
Absolutely. And I want to open up the phone lines. I'm going to give you the toll-free number. Write this down. You can call during the show. It's a live call-in show, and consultation is free. This does not replace a medical evaluation or eye examination. It is for educational purposes only. Anyway, the number is 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. Also, you can learn more about the supplements that we've developed, evidence-based supplements that have full transparency at fortifeye.com. So that's Fortifeye, fortifeye.com. And I'm going to give you the toll-free number for Fortifeye Vitamins. That is 866-503-9746, 866-503-9746. Also, my cohort in crime is sitting right across from me, and I just want to tell Scuba Scott, I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you're going to have a wonderful New Year. And we got a lot of things on our New Year's resolutions. You're looking mighty good, my friend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And we got a lot of things ahead for 2025, don't we?
We do. Build.
There we go. All right, one more time. Phone lines are open. 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Something Dr. Summerton and I were chatting about on the ride in. You know, we do practice what we preach, okay? Dr. Summerton's in the gym every day. I'm in the gym every day. We try to eat right. We do practice what we preach. And we were talking about how it is very important to do both cardio and weight bearing exercise. So, weightlifting, both of those are important to slow down the aging process. And at any age, I mean, if you're in high school, junior high, if you're, my mom's 97 years of age, and my mom still goes out on the tennis court, hits a little bit of tennis balls, and she goes into the gym, gets on the vibration plate, and does some band and some cable weights. And so at 97. But we were talking about how in the first thing in the morning or whenever, you want to hit the weights first, all right? Because you have glycogen when you wake up in the morning. Glycogen is in your muscles and it gives you energy. Glycogen is in your liver. It gives you energy so you get a good workout, okay? Then you do your cardio after, a walk or treadmill or something like that, because then you're in that pure fat burning role. And Dr. Summit, we see a lot of people, they go into the gym first thing in the morning. What do? They get on the treadmill for 30, 45 minutes immediately, don't they?
Right. And it puts them in what we call that catabolic state, which is not the state you want to be in when you're trying to build the muscles. And it can be confusing because, we were taught the other way too, that you've got to run, and then do your weights. But just research and science as they advance finds out more things about the way we metabolize, the way our cells work, the way we use that energy. And that's just what's coming up on the latest and greatest. Now, I always warm up a little bit before I do weights just to get the blood flowing, get everything going, and then go right into the weights. Because we do know, unfortunately, our age group, that age-related sarcopenia can kick in. So we've really got to focus on what the new studies are showing, that more muscle you have, the longer you are going to live. And it helps with everything from diabetes to just cardiovascular. You need that muscle too to help burn all that sugar up too. So warm up just a little bit, get those blood flowing, and then do your weights and then do your cardio after it.
Yep. And for those of you out there that your New Year's resolution entails, building more muscle, losing fat, all right, getting in better shape, getting stronger, which should be everybody's New Year's resolution, all right? We need to get out there, work out more, eat the right foods, take the right supplements. I'm holding something up called Fortifeye Fit, and the new version of this is actually called Fortifeye Fit Pro. We worked on it for years, the taste of it. We get plenty of the strawberry watermelon. That's the number one flavor, folks, strawberry watermelon. So Fortifeye Fit Pro is a combination of grass-fed collagen protein, grass-fed whey protein, German Creapure creatine, betaine anhydrous, MyHMB, vitamin D, L-citrulline, peak ATP, and a few other ingredients to help at any age build muscle, lose fat, and build strength. Face it, those are the three big things we want for the new year. We want to lose body fat, we want to increase muscle strength and muscle definition, and many people want to increase muscle size. Women, this is not going to bulk you up. It's just going to define you more. So think about that. Fortifeye Fit Pro. Check it out at fortifeye.com. You won't regret it. We have thousands of athletes, thousands of non-athletes using it. The biggest growth segment for Fortifeye Fit Pro is actually the 60-plus crowd. We have lots of 70, 80, and even 90-year-olds taking it. Just like Dr. Summerton mentioned, sarcopenia is muscle wasting. It's where we start to lose muscle, usually around 55, 60 years of age. This can help combat against sarcopenia. So think about it. Give it to your grandmother, to your mother, yourself, your kids. It's called Fortifeye Fit Pro. I strongly recommend the strawberry watermelon flavor. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Sherry in Fort White. Sherry, good morning, and thanks for
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I have a real problem now with arthritis. Have you any suggestions nutritionally?
Absolutely. So obviously, seeing a rheumatologist is a good idea, okay, because that's the specialist when it comes to arthritis. And depending on if you have rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, arthritis has a lot to do with inflammation. So your inflammatory markers in your body are going to go up, all right? And what we're going to want to do, number one, is weight management. All right. Let me ask you this. How much do you weigh?
Oh, I don't even know anymore. I haven't weighed in forever. More than I should.
Dr. Lange, it's not polite to ask a woman how much they weigh.
Okay. So you can lose a few inches, right? You can take a little pounds off, right? In other words,
30 pounds would be good.
So New Year's resolution is to get on that weight loss, because when we lose weight, then cortisol levels go down, inflammatory markers in our body go down, arachidonic acid goes down, circulation improves. Now, remember this. Now, joints can have problems from arthritis, and every pound you lose is 4 pounds off your knee, 6 pounds off your ankle. So I've lost 20 pounds. That's 20 times 4. I think that's 80 pounds you're walking around with. So simply by losing weight will help arthritis, because it lowers inflammation and it reduces pain. So that's number one. Number two, eating a diet consistent with the Lange survival diet, a ketogenic diet, the paleo diet, a Mediterranean diet, a diet that's more of an anti-inflammatory diet. All right. Incorporate a lot of wild Alaskan salmon into your diet and a lot of vegetables. Okay. So salmon, vegetables, protein and vegetables. That's going to help. An anti-inflammatory diet's going to help as well. Believe it or not, a little bit of sunshine. All right. And we're in Florida. So you go out in minimal clothing, get about 30 minutes of sun for the almighty vitamin D. And there's some studies that indicate if you have a little bit of a tan, you're less prone to have inflammatory markers in your body and you feel better. So is it the vitamin D or is it something else from the sun? And then there's a few supplements that I recommend and that we use in our clinic for dry eye patients, even macular degeneration patients. And that would be omega-3, curcumin, black currant seed oil, and then our new Rejuvenate, our Fortifeye Rejuvenate, because it has the hyaluronic acid, the marine collagen tripeptides in it. So those things are very effective. We actually have a product called Omega Relief Extreme. All right. Fully transparent, backed by a lot of good science. So keep that in your mind. It's Fortifeye Vitamins, Omega Relief Extreme, and it's under the bundle section. And that gives you the triglyceride molecule omega-3 made in Norway. It gives you the next-gen curcumin called curcugen, and it gives you the black currant seed oil that has 140 milligrams of GLA. So that's going to help with inflammatory markers. And then you add a scoop of the Rejuvenate, any of the flavors, and drink those vitamins down with the Rejuvenate. And from a supplement standpoint, that's about as good as it's going to get at helping with decreasing inflammation naturally and decreasing pain. When you combine that with the diet, a little bit of exercise, weight management, and then following the advice of your rheumatologist, you know, you'll be a new person for 2025.
Thank you.
And if you follow that advice, I want you to call us and let us know how you're doing. You know, give it 3-4 months and check in with us, okay?
I certainly will. Thank you.
All right. And Happy New Year, Sharon.
Same to you. Bye.
Dr. Summerton, we see our average age patients between 70 and 80 years of age, and probably the number one thing they got going on is arthritis, isn't it?
It is. And anything really with the itis in the ending, that's inflammation. And so all those things, anything that you have going on, even dry eye, keratitis, is all related to inflammation. And so it's going to help all those things. And it can be overwhelming. You know, you gave a lot of things to do, and it's okay to start one step at a time, just changing what works for you and getting to the basics, getting the sleep, getting the foundational of good food in your body. You can start adding the good before you take out the bad. Or if it works for you, start taking out the bad. And that's sort of the big thing we're talking about now is like seed oils, getting those are inflammatory. So getting those out of your diet and putting the better oils in, like the omega-3 fish oil, because we still need those essential fatty acids. They're called essential because they are. And just making those baby steps on what works for you, and don't overwhelm yourself. And arthritis is painful. So you've got to take it and what works best.
Absolutely. And, you know, also on the ride, and we were talking about it, there was one supplement, especially for the eye arena. All right. If there's just one supplement for people with macular degeneration, glaucoma, dry eye, it's actually omega-3 fish oil, a good source of omega-3 fish oil. So a re-estified triglyceride form or triglyceride form like Fortifeye, there's a few other brands that are good, but only a few other brands that are good. Remember to do that test. Take your omega-3, squeeze the contents into a styrofoam cup and see if it rots a hole through that cup. If it does, it's got ethanol on the backbone, and ethanol will rot a hole through that cup. And that's why many people have gastric distress and they belch up a nasty fish taste, because the ethanol is released into the gut lining and it can cause a disruption of the mucosal lining. But then it has to go through your liver and cleave off the ethanol before it can even absorb into the blood. So it's very inefficient. It creates a very unstable molecule. It can go rancid very quickly. So when you're buying a good omega-3 fish oil, make sure it says RTG or TG form, triglyceride form or re-estified triglyceride form. And you want between 1,600 milligrams and 2,400 milligrams of omega-3 for the therapeutic levels. If you're very heavy, go toward the 2,400 milligrams. If you have elevated triglyceride, elevated cholesterol, a lot of arthritis, go toward the 2,400 milligrams. But most people can get away with 1,600 milligrams of a good omega-3 fish oil. But once again, we were talking about on the way in, that's one supplement that can benefit macular degeneration, glaucoma, and dry eye, isn't it? Isn't that the truth?
Right. It's just full of benefits for the eye diseases and basically all the body. And I think there's a lot of talk on our diets, especially the American diet, is too much of what we call the omega-6 and not enough of the omega-3. And fish oil is the omega-3. And if you think about it, where are we getting it from our diet? Are we eating our seafood, but are we eating, the fatty fish, the tunas that have more of the omega-3? I know I'm a huge seafood fan, but even me to get that kind of volume from my diet is difficult. And so I make sure I supplement it as well. And we know just from those, there's a test called omega-3 index test, and that can tell you your levels. And just from experience of using it, our patients that are using it, to actually build your omega-3 levels, you do have to have the triglyceride form. We don't see those levels increase on that ethyl ester form. And again, it's another confusing thing when you go to the store to figure out, but that's partly why we came out with our own product, because we know the source, we know it's not contaminated, we know it hasn't been exposed to heat or light. It's not one of those in the big box stores, especially for us in Florida, that shipment delivered sitting outside in the hot sun while it waits to be put on the shelf. We don't want that either. So omega-3 is one of those things you have to be very cautious about quality, because bad quality can be bad for you. So we want to make sure you're getting the good stuff. And yes, it does cost a little bit more, but you're also getting way more benefits from it, and you're not actually wasting your money on it.
Absolutely. And we were involved before you joined the team. Actually, this is years ago when we were developing Fortifeye Super Omega, before we had Fortifeye Super Omega 3 Max. We did omega index studies on hundreds of our patients and employees. And we found out as long as you weighed less than 240 pounds and you took 2 of the Fortifeye Super Omega a day, everybody in the study, their omega index went between 9.2 and 11%. I remember one of our, our LASIK surgeon, I won't mention his name, big boy, but he's a lot of muscle. He was the 240 pound or above, and he had to take quite a bit more. It would have been the Omega Max if we would have had it to get the Omega index levels up there. So the majority of you are going to be fine on the Super Omega at 2 per day. Now, remember, if you have elevated triglycerides, lots of arthritis, elevated cholesterol, you might want to go to the Omega Max. And then also, how do you tell if an omega-3 is bad? So a lot of the ethyl ester omega-3 molecule fish oils, the cheaper fish oils, they're enteric coated. That's a very cloudy capsule. So you can't see if it's clear, liquid's clear inside. A good triglyceride form is going to have a clear capsule, and it's going to be a kind of a golden color. You hold it up to the light, and it's going to be clear golden. If it's brown, it's bad. If it's cloudy, it's bad. And the good thing about the process that we do with Fortifeye Super Omega, it's made in Oslo, Norway. This is equivalent to the Bordeaux region is to wine, Oslo, Norway is to omega-3 fish oil. They purify and concentrate fish oil better than anybody on the planet, and I've checked out every other source. The certificate of analysis has the least amount of potential contaminants, tastes the best, it's clear, and once again, you want to make sure it's clear and it's not foggy and it's not cloudy and it's not brown. So we have some from 2015 in the clinic at the Lange Eye Institute. I show patients, they're just starting to turn brown, all right? And I have some from 2009. They are very brown. So I show them, this is bad, this is almost bad, but this is good. So since they're in this gel cap, it stays go quickly. It doesn't spoil very quickly. It keeps it from going rancid. Where if it's a liquid fish oil, when you open that liquid fish oil, oxidation goes into the bottle. You got to put it in the refrigerator, and liquid fish oil goes rancid very quickly. So yet another reason to get a gel cap omega-3 and to look at Fortifeye Super Omega at fortifeye.com. All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question, give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. And for all of our listeners out there right now, I just want to thank you. I am very thankful today. I want to thank all of our listeners, our viewers, our patients. Without you, we couldn't be doing this radio show. So I appreciate your support for the last 31 years. The Lange Eye Institute, we've been extremely successful because we got a great staff, great group of doctors, great patients. Fortifeye Vitamins has been successful because of you. I appreciate it. And yes, I appreciate you, Scoobs.
Thank you.
Scoobs is looking, what about me? What about me? All right, Scoobs, thank you for being my friend.
You're more than welcome, Doc.
And so my family thanks you, and I want to thank the staff. I want to thank Dr. Summerton and Dr. Caputi and all of the staff at the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. You guys are an amazing team, and we're looking forward for a great 2025. Dr. Summerton, can you believe how fast 2024 went? We were just doing the 2023 show just like 15 minutes ago, it seems.
It is. It does go by so fast. And that's why we got to make the most of it right now and try to live our best life with the tools we have and the support that is available to us. And that's one thing we want to offer our patients is the support. That we know it's not easy. Life's a journey and it has its ups and downs, and you take the knowledge and gain more knowledge and utilize it to give you the best life possible.
Yep, and I want to give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute. I'm going to give you the phone number for Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. We will be open Monday and Tuesday. Dr. Summerton will be in the office Monday, I think. I'll be in the office Tuesday. And Dr. Caputi will be there also, so we'll have a full team on Tuesday. Well, remember, we're expanding the Lange Eye Institute for 2025, adding on 12 more examination rooms, treatment rooms, workup rooms. We're getting ready for the new photobiomodulation therapy for dry macular degeneration. That's going to be exciting for 2025. Also, I mentioned for 2024, we added quite a few radio stations to the Ask the Doctor network. We added Dallas, Fort Worth, Waco, Chicago, Philadelphia, Monroe, and Shreveport. And for 2025, we're looking to add a lot more stations. So welcome aboard. And we also released some new supplements for 2024. And a lot of you are taking these supplements. We got the new vegan super protein that's become a huge hit. It's in vanilla, chocolate, and salted caramel mocha. All three flavors are delicious. It's the first vegan protein that has a PDCAAS score of 1, where we combine an upcycled barley with a non-GMO sprouted pea protein, and we added velocitol to double the amino acid power. So we're using upcycled, all vegan. It's flavored with stevia and monk fruit. So check that out. It's still, I'm pretty sure there's still 30% off on the vegan super protein when you go to fortifeye.com. Automatically, the 30% is already incorporated into it, and it's free shipping. Also, we developed the Rejuvenate, which has gone really viral. Rejuvenate is one of the first of its type in the world to use marine collagen tripeptides, German hyaluronic acid, rice ceramides, and Dermaval, which is 9 superfoods, combined with liposomal vitamin C, biotin, and a mild multivitamin mixture. 3 delicious flavors and unflavored. This is for helping minimize fine lines and wrinkles, help hydrate the skin, help with elastase, elastin in your skin, and help with joint health. It's called Rejuvenate. And we came out with the first glaucoma supplement on the market called Eye Pressure and Neurocognitive Support. It's also being very big with doctors all over the country. Patients are taking it now all over the country. It's called Eye Pressure and Neurocognitive Support. It's a combination of mirtazanol and Numentics. So it actually has some neuroprotective nutrients that actually can lower intraocular pressure. It is not a treatment. It is not a cure. It's going to be used in conjunction with your doctor's recommendations. It does not replace glaucoma therapy. And we came out with 90 count focus and brain, now in 90 count. And we came out with 180 count super omega. And for 2025, we got some exciting things coming out. In a few weeks, we're coming out with the first documented sustained 8-hour sustained release micro beadlet vitamin C in the United States. And we got something this is the first time we've mentioned it on the radio, the all new Fortifeye Fit Meal. Fortifeye Fit Meal is going to be a complete meal in an individual packet. You just tear it open, put it in a shaker, put water in, shake it up, and drink it down. We're making it convenient. Remember, weight management is really big for the New Year's resolution. We developed something called the Healthy Weight Loss Bundle that a lot of you are using, but it's not that convenient, right? You have to buy 4 different things. You buy the protein, the superfood, the enzymes, and the probiotics. You take a scoop out of the tub, put it in water, and then take the supplements, and it works. It's very good. It's a really good deal, but we're going to put it all in a packet, and we're going to combine it probably with egg protein or egg white protein. So those of you that have dairy reactions won't have a problem, since whey, people have some problems with it. We're going to use all sorts of fruits and vegetables, an amazing fiber, enzymes, probiotics, and a lot of interesting other nutrients to help with metabolism and anti-aging. So it's called Fortifeye Fit Meal. Dr. Summerton's involved with some of the studies with it. We're making some prototypes as we speak, so we're going to be tasting them soon. They've got to be delicious. They got to be all natural. And of course, Scuba Scott's going to be one of our guinea pigs. He's going to be on it too. So that's for 2025, the sustained release vitamin C, the Fortifeye Fit Meal, and many other things that we're working on. All right, we're going to go to the phones, and then we're going to talk more with Dr. Summerton about some interesting stuff. Let's go to Mary in Dunedin. Mary, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Well, good morning. I need the order number for the phone order number. And I also, what is your email address?
Okay, you got a pen and paper?
I sure do.
All right, so the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins, and I'm pretty sure they're answering the phones today. Charlene is probably in the office. It is 866-503-9746. So 866-503-9746. And my personal email address is idude92@icloud.com. I'm going to spell it. All right, here we go. EYEDUDE 92 at the letter I, so iCloud.com.
On the cloud, okay. Got it. Okay, but that was iDude92 at the iCloud.com.
At iCloud.com. You got it.
Uh-huh. And then you said
what's that?
866-503-979. No, wait, 97. Can't read my writing. 9746.
Yes, ma'am.
So 4. Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
All right, Mary. Mary from Dunedin. You have a great new year.
And you do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, Dr. Summerton, we were talking a little bit about, how omega-3 fish oil is so important for, just all aspects of our health. And most of us are on the SAD diet. SAD, SAD diet. That's the American diet, standard American diet. That's very high in, like you said, pro-inflammatory omega-6 oils. So simply by adding some good omega-3 fish oil, once again, like Fortifeye Super Omega, or find one that's similar to Fortifeye, you just won't find at the same price, is very beneficial, even for glaucoma. But there's some new things that we found out over the last year or so that's interesting, and it's going to be a way that more and more practitioners, eye doctors, are going to be looking at things like cholesterol and triglycerides for cholesterol. I mean, triglyceride and cholesterol for glaucoma now. Isn't that interesting?
Right. I mean, we were just talking about the study, going over kind of studies we researched this year, and cholesterol was one of the risk factors, especially for patients in their 60s or older, for glaucoma. We've known about the triglycerides, but now it's the whole cholesterol picture. And to make matters worse, the other thing that enhanced the glaucoma risk with those patients on with high cholesterol, if they're put on a statin, unfortunately, that also increased the risk. So we need to step back and look and see what else can we do? How can we enhance this for our at-risk glaucoma patients? Because we are seeing patients every single day. I don't know if you've gone to your eye doctor and they've looked inside your eye and they've seen your nerve in your eye is a little bigger. That puts you at risk for more glaucoma. If it's in your family, you're more at risk. If your ocular pressure is running a little higher, you're more at risk. And so we want to say, what can we do now to help you with that? And that's where we harp on the diet. We want to do all we can to lower your cholesterol levels naturally before they have to put you on the statin, so that we can reduce your risk of glaucoma even more. Because once you have glaucoma, we can't cure it. We can control it. We can keep the factors down, but we can't cure it. So we want to make sure we're doing what we can naturally and as early as we can to provide a better long-term outcome. And the other thing that came up too with glaucoma is stress. That simply that chronic stress, anxiety, all that burden on your body also increases your risk of glaucoma. So that's where we want you to make sure you're taking the time to get good sleep, to recover from that daily load of stress that we all experience, and find things you like to do, whether it's like a walk. Walking is so good, to get out there and just kind of find what makes you feel better to alleviate stress in the times that you have that's available.
It's pretty amazing. Being an eye doctor, the eye is, some people say, the window to the soul. Well, that could be another show, but it's definitely the window to the body. And we can tell a lot about people by looking in their eye. Oftentimes we can tell if they have elevated cholesterol, elevated triglycerides, high blood pressure, diabetes, even signs of pending strokes, brain tumors, and heart attacks. I mean, we can look at plaque that's building up with the technology we have, the OCTs, the optomaps, and we can actually look at different layers of the retina. We can look at the vascular system utilizing stuff like autofluorescence and things like this nature. Even angiograms are available now through OCTs without injecting a dye. So we're getting better technology that's less invasive to help detect eye diseases, but also to help detect systemic health problems. So now for glaucoma, your doctor may want to analyze your cholesterol and your triglycerides and your stress levels. So what can we do naturally to help all of that? Well, this should be on your New Year's resolution. More exercise, weight management, more cardiovascular exercise. Studies show that just 20 to 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise, getting your heart rate over 100 for 20 to 30 minutes, can lower intraocular pressure in your eye as much as 20 to 25%. That's huge. And we know that omega-3 can actually lower intraocular pressure and has some neuroprotective properties. We also know that omega-3 is good for depression and good for stress and good for anxiety. So eat more good quality fish or take a good omega-3 fish oil. So now exercise, a good night's sleep, weight management, taking a good omega-3 fish oil should be on your list of New Year's resolutions. Think about it. The new year is Wednesday. I mean, today is Saturday. We got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We got 4 more days. for 2025. And a lot of you are thinking, yeah, it's time to make a difference. It's time to make a change. Remember, you can pinch an inch. A lot of us can pinch a lot more than an inch, right? So start taking heed to these words of advice and try to do what we say. You will be happier and will be healthier. And that's the goal for 2025 is to be happy and healthy. And if you're healthy, you'll be happy, right? I mean, you can be fat and happy, I guess, too. So, but it's better if you're healthy. So the things that we talk about, New Year's resolutions that we preach on this program all the time are the proper diet. So, like I said, something like the Mediterranean, a ketogenic modified diet, a paleo diet, or just go to the Lange survival diet. Google Lange survival diet. I've incorporated the best of all the diets into one, Lange survival diet. Remember, look for the Fit Meal coming out in 2025. Realistically, it probably won't be out till March, maybe even April, but we'll keep everybody posted. Get on an exercise program. Heck, you can join a gym. There's so many great gyms. Anytime Fitness, Planet Fitness, LA Fitness. I mean, some of those are $10 a month, so it's very inexpensive. Join a gym. Go to the gym. Don't join the gym January 1st and go until January 14th and never go again. All right? Get out and walk on the beach barefooted. Get a little sunshine. You know, all of this is so important for the new year. New Year's resolutions should be top of the mind right now. All right, let's open up the phones. 1-877-969-8600. If you got a question, give us a call. 1-877-969-8600. If you're not happy with the eye care that you're getting, you know, get a second opinion. We're also blessed to have a lot of great optometric physicians, optometrists, and ophthalmologists in Florida. If you can't find any that you like, come to the Lange Eye Institute, and it's right in the Villages, a hop, skip, and a jump from wherever you are in Florida, right there on County Road 101 and 466. It looks like a large plantation on the Mississippi River, and we'll take good care of you. Eye care with a nutritional twist. So certainly ask for me, ask for Dr. Summerton or Dr. Caputi at the Lange Eye Institute. I'm going to give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute and then the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins, and then we're going to take some calls. Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. One more time, 352-753-4014, or you can go to drmichaellange.com. That website leads you to all the other websites, drmichaellange.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram, Dr. Michael Lange _. That's the only real Instagram with my name on it. It has a check mark, a blue check, Dr. Michael Lange _. There's literally hundreds of Dr. Michael Lange fake Instagram sites. Only Dr. Michael Lange _ with the blue check is the legitimate one. All right. And the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. And the website is fortifeye.com. All right, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Daniel and Kenneth. Daniel, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Good morning, Dr. Lange. Great to hear from you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm the homeless rock drummer that drove up from the St. Pete area a month or so ago, and I had a fantastic appointment up there. Thankfully, I didn't need a change in my prescription, but if I did, you're the man that's going to do it. The question I have today is, what are your thoughts and Dr. Caputi's thoughts on chelation therapy?
Wow. All right. So I think chelation therapy in the hands of a competent physician, all right, if you legitimately need chelation therapy because you have heavy metals and things like this, then I think it's a valid point. But I'm going to let Dr. Summerton chime in on this because she's much more of an expert in the whole chelation arena than I am. She's got kind of a passion in that arena. I mean, detoxifying the body. Dr. Summerton, what do you think?
Well, I personally have had chelation therapy, so I'm definitely for it. But I personally had high heavy metals in my body. And so if you have the heavy metals, that's what chelation does. It helps draw those out. But keeping in mind, it draws all metals out, you know, including your magnesium and your zinc that you do need. So it's something that does need to be kind of in a controlled environment with your doctor to make sure when you're drawing the bad stuff out, you're also maintaining the good. which if you take out too much good, you'll end up being worse off when you started. I know I've done both oral chelation and I've done the IV. And even when I get the IV, I'd have to have a little bit of extra glutathione put in there because it does kind of deplete your energy as well, as long as make sure I'm getting my minerals after. But for sure, if you have a high load of heavy metals, chelation is definitely what, if you tried in your diet, things like the chlorella, the greens, and the cilantros, those help naturally. But sometimes when it's just extremely high, the only way to get it out is the chelation therapy.
Mm-hmm. Would you suggest somebody getting a hair mineral analysis to find out whether they do have heavy metals?
Absolutely.
Right.
That's not a bad idea. And, last week we had Fabian on from Reboot in Ocala, and they do that hair analysis. They take 4 hair follicles and they put it through a special computer, and it tells a lot about deficiencies and toxicities. And it's, like I said, non-invasive. So you can find somebody that does that hair analysis around here, or certainly go to Reboot in Ocala. But I think that's, one of the tools you can put in your toolbox of anti-aging. You might be perfectly healthy. As I recall, you're in pretty good shape, right? It's all that drumming, right?
Yeah, that's it. That and the flying.
Yep. So I think hair follicle analysis is a good way, definitely a good step in the right direction.
Would you have a rough idea what the price is on that, just so I don't get sticker shock?
Yeah, I remember they do something at Reboot. They can do just individual. It's much cheaper, but I think if I recall, it was like for everything. For a 3-month complete deal where they do all this stuff, not just the hair therapy, it was like $400. If you just do the hair analysis, probably a fraction of that price. But I wouldn't know for sure. But I know
okay.
I've sent a lot of people to Reboot that have gone other places and spent tens of thousands of dollars, and they've been very happy with what Fabian was done at Reboot. So, and Reboot is located in my old Lange Eye Care building on State Road 200, only 2-story building on State Road 200, right across the street from the Paddock Mall in Ocala. So it's easy to get to.
Oh, that's great to know, because I feel good and still get my first class medical like the airline pilots get. But I just want to make sure, because I've worked on heavy equipment and, putting my hands in different chemicals and all that. And I just want to make sure that if there's something there,
right,
I want to be proactive and get it out of the way.
Absolutely. I think you're looking down the right path. And like I said, 2025 is going to be a great year for all of us. And you're practicing the things already. You're way ahead of the ball game. Most of my patients, they come in, they got to shed a lot of pounds, and that's the first thing we work with is people that are overweight, is getting them to lose weight. That's the number one thing people can do to help with their overall health for their eyes and their entire body, is get down to their ideal body weight. Sometimes it's, like I said, much more difficult. It's easier to talk about it than do it. That's why we're working on the Fortifeye Fit Meal, so we make it simple for everybody.
All right. Well, thank you very much for answering my questions, and I'll leave room for somebody else to ask questions.
All right, Daniel. Happy
Have
New
a great
Year, my
one.
friend.
Thank you.
Rock on.
Thank you. See you next year. Bye-bye.
All right. Phone lines are open. 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. I don't know what it is, but a lot of rock and rollers are patients of ours at the Lange Eye Institute. I don't want to throw names out, but some pretty famous people come there. What is that, Dr. Summerton? And how come? And even the big band era, the 50s music and the 60s music, but that's when this rock and roll came in. But we got a lot of great patients, don't we?
We do, and that's the best part of our day, is being able to be one-on-one and have these conversations with our patients and have their story behind them, what they've done for a living or what they're doing presently. We like to engage not only about the eye health, but we also love learning about them personally too.
I got somebody chiming in on, that's either Instagram or X. Dr. Lange, I just want to thank you. I'm squinting because it's away from me. For the Rejuvenate, I've been on it 6 months. My skin health is much better. The creepy, wrinkly skin on my upper arms is almost gone, but most importantly, my joints, my hips and my knees feel probably 80% better. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you with like double exclamation marks. All right. So that was a little testimonial about Rejuvenate. So for 2025, less fine lines and wrinkles, more hydration, less joint pain. Think about adding Rejuvenate. Now, remember, you can always go to the Fortifeye website. If you don't want to take the Fortifeye product, we've already done the homework for you. You can go to Rejuvenate and you can look at the ingredient profile and then go buy it at a local health food store. But what you're going to find is you can't find anything nearly the cost that we're offering it. So Fortifeye Rejuvenate, this is good for anybody and everybody. I've been on it since February, and my knee, a lot of you know, competitive motocross racer, mountain biker. I have a bad knee. You see me limping around, and it's getting better and better and better. So I like to do everything non-surgical if at all possible. I love surgeons. God forbid if I got a bone sticking out my back and my organs are hanging out of my body, but otherwise I can bear a little pain and I can limp a little bit because I am going to heal myself holistically, or the aliens may come will heal me. Too bad Steve isn't calling in right now. All right. I'm being a little sarcastic sometimes. Those of you that know, don't take everything I say 100% as gospel. All right. Phone lines are open. 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. So I think a probably good thing for you to do as a preventative approach, if you hadn't had routine blood work done in a long time, you may want to go to your primary care physician and have a complete blood panel done, because these blood chemistries can give telltale signs of potential problems down the road or potential current problems. And the things that we were talking about today, cholesterol and triglycerides. All right. Elevated triglycerides, elevated cholesterol can be a risk factor for glaucoma. And then what do? Put you on statin drugs, right? And you got to do what your doctor tells you. But statin drugs and elevated cholesterol can increase your risk of glaucoma even greater. So one more reason to do it as naturally as possible. And if you do it, it will usually help you dramatically. But the big question is if you will do it. So New Year's resolutions should be top of the mind right now, right, Dr. Summerton?
It should be, because this is our time to kind of reflect. We went through Thanksgiving to reflect on what we were grateful for. And then we had that season of like giving each other's gifts. And now this is the new year, time for like rebirth and renewal. And what are you going to do with this upcoming fresh start to give yourself, that little bit of extra motivation of how you want to make a positive change in your life? And it really is up to us individually. We have to decide, we have to put in the effort. We can certainly reach out for support and help. But at the same time, we've got to make that decision for ourselves, and we've got to put in that effort, because it does involve effort, but it also about finding what works for you and into your lifestyle. And if you need to just start off making those baby steps and then do what you can. One thing we didn't mention is when we're outside walking, which is great for you, and you're outside in the sunshine, you're getting those what we call UVB rays. Those rays penetrating your skin are actually using cholesterol to make vitamin D. So a lot of times we see the high cholesterol and deficiency of vitamin D go hand in hand, because you're not using the cholesterol what it's made to do. It helps make your hormones as well, and vitamin D is like a hormone. So you get, again, a double benefit. You're out there getting some sunshine, getting some vitamin D, and using your cholesterol at the same time. So time management, you're doing more than one good thing.
Yep. And I do want to mention, all of you like a good deal. So look at on the fortifeye.com website, the vegan super wellness bundle. It's $99. That's the vegan super protein, the Fortifeye Rejuvenate, and the organic blue-green superfood, all for $99. It's vegan super wellness bundle. If you just want to buy the vegan super protein by itself, it's 30% off. Remember, the new superfood that's coming out in 2025, we're adding beta-glucans and more of the mushroom blend. Oh, we got 8 seconds to tell everybody goodbye, Dr. Summerton.
Wishing everybody a happy and blessed new year.
All right, with that, I'm out of here. God bless you. God bless America, and Happy New Year to all. See ya.